Well, good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don with you on your Thursday morning. Time now for your primetime forecast. We're about to check out the latest on what once was Hurricane Elsa. But first, I want to remind you to go over to drdonwx.com and download that weather app, Dr. Don's weather app, so that you will be weather aware. Again, that's drdonwx.com. There's a link there to download the app depending on what type of phone you have. Long night over on the Georgia southeast coast. This is St. Mary's, Georgia. It is the Hammock RV Park. This is a naval submarine base down there in extreme southeast Georgia, just north of the Florida state line. And this damage was in that RV park and was caused by a tornado that was spawned from what once was Elsa. This tornado has an estimated path of about 3 miles, came right through the RV park. And as you can see, a tremendous amount of damage down there at the Hammock RV Park. About 12 to 14 injuries have been reported during the overnight. Thankfully, no reports of any fatalities. As you can see, just a tremendous amount of damage there at the RV park. Again, this was not from the tropical storm itself. However, indirectly it was because it was from a tornado that was spawned from that tropical storm that moved through across the state of Florida and up through southeast Georgia late yesterday afternoon and into last night. And again, just showing you some of those photographs there from the Hammock RV Park down in St. Mary's, Georgia, for those of you that are familiar with that area. All right, we'll talk about where the storm is in just a few moments, but let's first look at the Storm Prediction Center convective outlook for your Thursday. General afternoon thunderstorms across Alabama and Georgia. The only threat of severe weather today is going to be across the north sections of South Carolina's coastal region and across all of North Carolina's coastal region because that's where Elsa is currently located. We'll show you that here in just a few moments. And then looking out there at Friday, we say bye-bye to Elsa, and we go back to just a general thunderstorm, afternoon thunderstorm type pattern across Alabama and Georgia. No major severe weather threats. Now, let's talk about the storm. At 5 a.m. this morning, Elsa was located just north of Charleston, South Carolina, moving on off to the northeast this morning. And if you're plotting this thing on a map, 33.4 north or 81.3 west. Maximum sustained winds this morning at 40 miles per hour. Movement to the northeast at around 18 miles per hour. Now, let's take a look at the current weather models. Got a lot going on here this morning, so we're trying to switch from multiple different locations. So bear with me just a second as we get all of this set up for you. Now, this is showing, this is a radar simulated model. It shows exactly where the storm is this morning, though it's maybe a little bit further north of that. Let's put the storm out. Well, let's go to the current loop right there. So the center of circulation now is up there in South Carolina. You see the heaviest weather is certainly north of Charleston, up there around maybe Myrtle Beach. And we'll be moving into North Carolina shortly. And you can see what we expect to happen the remainder of the day. The storm moves on up into North Carolina, and then by late this afternoon up into Virginia, and then eventually out into the Atlantic. Now let's go back and start this loop again. I want you to look at the state of Alabama and Georgia. Don't see a whole lot in the way of convection across Alabama and Georgia for today. Though we do see some showers moving into East Alabama right there at around 5 o'clock this afternoon, around 4 o'clock Central Time, maybe a few showers across East Alabama. Big stuff down there around the Louisiana-Texas coast, but most of that doesn't make it up into Alabama. But then we see a thunderstorm complex move out of Tennessee up there, trying to make it into North Alabama. That'll be at around 4 o'clock on Friday. And so we'll watch that to see if it makes it down into East Alabama or West Georgia. So there you go with our new weather models. We'll be using this from time to time to show you some different products out there in the future. All right, so here we go with your temperatures for this afternoon. As we check out 83 this afternoon in Roanoke, 83 also in Wadley. Wedowee goes to 82, Woodland 81. We'll top out at 84 in Talladega, and Beauregard goes to 85 this afternoon. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center on Dr. Don's weather page. Today, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, though I think we're more dry than wet today. We will be cloudy. 83 will be your afternoon high, down to 70 tonight. Tomorrow, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. We'll see the sun from time to time, 84. On Saturday, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms and a 60% chance of rain on Sunday. Folks, understand that 50 and 60% doesn't mean it's going to be a wet Saturday and a wet Sunday. If you get one shower Saturday afternoon at your house, then you've received 50% chance of rain. So understand, you will see the sun this weekend. It will not be a washout. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s. On Monday, a little better chance of rain at 60%, and then Tuesday, a 50% chance of rain with a high temperature of 87 degrees. Let's take a look at that Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. Scanning the southeastern United States. This is the composite this morning. And you see what's left of Elsa up there spinning around Columbia, South Carolina. That, of course, is what's left of the center of circulation. And the heaviest weather is off to the north and to the northeast, as almost always is the case with these tropical systems. We have seen multiple tornado warnings this morning. They're just north of Charleston and then up there around Lumberton. Haven't seen reports of any damage, but certainly this thing is still packing a punch. And the biggest threat so far has been from those tornadoes that are being spun up out there to the north and east of the storm. For you folks that may be headed down to the Georgia East Coast, haven't seen any major problems out of Savannah. There are some trees down. There are some power outages. I think at last check, some 30,000 customers were without power across the Georgia coast, but that's a large area. And so a tree here, a tree there, a flooded road here, a flooded road there, but no major structural damage. Again, the only major damage we have been able to find in the state of Georgia was down there at St. Mary's, which is just north of Jacksonville, and that was from that tornado that moved through the RV park last night. So, I wouldn't plan to arrive in the Savannah area first thing this morning, but midday, early afternoon, I think the streets will be cleaned up and we'll be ready to get back to business as usual on your vacation. So if you headed that way, enjoy yourself. Now, if you're going up North Carolina way, or maybe anywhere from Myrtle Beach north up the South Carolina or North Carolina coast, if you're going there today, you might want to check ahead and make sure everything is okay, because weather is ongoing in that area this morning. Don't forget to head over to DrDonWX.com, where you can download our Mixler app and listen to God's Country anywhere in the whole wide world. And when you're in East Alabama, tune it to 90.9 FM, God's Country, or 89.7 The Classic, East Alabama's classic rock giant. And guess what? As a bonus, you get my weather forecast if you listen to either of those fine radio stations in East Alabama. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll see you back in your first thing tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at your weekend weather forecast on Dr. Don's Weather. Hope you have a fantastic Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.